So, a few days ago, I was doing this favor to a guy, a very wealthy one. I was following him into his studio. He was sporting his beautiful golden Rolex, and I entered this place and I said, "Oh my God, this place is amazing." He turned to me and says, "Yes, this is how things looks when you are successful." That phrase really hit me in my face. I felt so small and I felt like, oh my God, what did I do so far in my life? And I thought about that and I realized that everything I ever did was never aimed to make money. Hence, I never had the chance to sport a beautiful Rolex. I always wanted synth and this is what I got. Yeah, fine. I'm actually happy about that. But I started thinking about intention and I realized how much is important to set the right intention. And that's why I think to make art, and in this case, let's say to make music, you only need one thing. Set your intention right. Now, I want to talk about this topic. This might be one of the weirdest videos I've ever did, but as the year just begun, I like to start to set the intention right and talk about more of these topics because I realize a lot of us kind of relate into this stuff. Before going on, as usual, a few ways you can support my page. Please hit the like button if you like this. Share this content, become a subscriber of this channel, then you can buy from the affiliate link and you can buy my music on Bandcamp and you can become a Patreon where I can reply to all of your questions, do one-on-one, and you will find tons, hundreds of exclusive videos. So let me start this video with 3 quotes. So first one, Flaubert. Right? He said that you don't make art with good intention. Second one, Oscar Wilde. All bad art is the result of good intention. Now, I realize how these 2 quotes sounds pretty cool, but also sound kind of toxic to me. Is those kind of romantic view on art and how the artist or whatever you should approach creative art. Don't have good intention, all right? Be the rebel, be the guy outside the box. And this makes me think, give me the same feeling as when I read the bio of a beautiful, beautiful model on TikTok where he says, beauty doesn't really matter. Yeah, of course, because you have it. So when these geniuses talk about the approach they have into art, somehow I have to realize that I'm not a genius, I'm just a regular Joe, and most of us are. So you need to figure it out how your intention can work and can produce and can work for you. So I like this third, it's not precise a quote, but it's the third thought that comes from Picasso, which says intentions are not enough, but you have to then follow them with an action. So I want to reduce the intention on something that you can use as a tool to make whatever, in this case, to make music. What you just hear today was me setting this morning the intention as I want to make the Vermona sounds in a different way. Usually, if you listen to my previous production, I always use the Vermona with this nice and round sound. And yesterday I saw some video and I said, I want to make it sound weird. And I make it sound weird. Now it sounds more retro wavy. I added some weird tone, and you listen to that. Maybe later on we will go through that. So setting this precise intention this morning helped me to have a goal. I want to explore a different side of an instrument that I think at this point I really know. And I find a different perspective on how to use it. So I guess setting the intention doesn't have to be good intention, but they have to be right. They have to be right for what you are doing. And I realized the narrower, the better. So let's say, getting back to the basic of it, you can say, I want to make art, I want to make money with it, and I want to be famous. This is a lot of things you're putting in the plate, and it's such a broad range, such a lot of things that you want to do that is going to be hard. It's going to make your life miserable because you will be all over the place. So I know that my intention since the day I started doing my creative endeavor back in the day with the photography, now with music, was to make art. Now, who can say that the music I do, it's real art or no? Again, intention. My intention was to make art. Then you can judge it as much as you want. You can trash it, you can love it. But my intention was kind of pure in the way that I didn't think of making this stuff to sell it to somebody or to make a living out of that, or not even. It was just my pure want to create something that I can communicate through, and I call it art. Who knows? I'm happy to call it art for today only. So I advise you to find what is your intention and go for it. That said, the more you go on, whatever you do, you start learning the trick of your field. So I might know all the tricks to do a video that, for example, if we talk about content, that will attract more people. I can talk about how you make money. I can put on the cover me doing weird faces, because that's how we work. I can put red arrow in the image of my YouTube, and that always works. So when you see me doing that, it's because my intention for that video, for that precise thing, is like, I want to attract more people. So somehow I'm accepting a compromise. And when you accept compromise, your intention are always a little shaky. So this is, I think that I really thought when I place myself and my art and my music into this big container that is YouTube, you always have to decide how much you want to compromise yourself. And so far, I think I did a good job in being honest and not compromise myself to attract more views, more like, and whatever. That is not definitely wrong. But that is because I decided this doesn't have to make me money or success or whatever, but it's a way for me to communicate what I want to communicate. So the more you're honest with what you want, the more you don't compromise, the more easier it will be for you to go on, I think. Let me give, for example, some intention that you can have. And for me, it's art, and that is probably what I value more, the most pure. So you do things because you have this calling, and you don't listen almost to anything else except yourself, and just do what have you been put in this world for. Could be money. There's nothing wrong in that. And so then you will have to switch, and you will have to sell what you're doing to the audience. And this is where, like, for example, I'm not very interested in that. And when I see production based on the trick of the moment, when you have to do ear candy stuff that people will say, oh my God, this is amazing. Let's say when I see those videos like how you do the best snare, I don't care, because that to me is completely uninteresting. At the same time, though, that is something you can really sell because it can be sold for production, it can be sold for tutorials. So that is something that you can use for that kind of stuff. I set intentions sometimes for meditation. So I would sit down and I just play without any expectation, and I will explore and I will get lost into sound as much as I can, because that is the intention that I set in that moment. Learning, that's another great intention. You can spend an entire day just learning your things. Connection, like this, being me here in social, make me connect with a lot of people, and I love that. I'm not that easy going out, and the fact that through the internet, through my social, through the community that I built, I can connect with people, it's great. So sometimes my intention is like I want to build video for creating connection. This, for example, talking about intention, might be interesting or not, but I know that some of you guys could be interested by that, and I want to discuss about that. And so this is a way for me to be close to other people. The other point that I think intention, it's really important nowadays. We live in a time where AI is gonna replace us. You can create music, you can create art, whatever, that is virtually not different than the production of a man, but of a human being. But what is the real difference between two same piece of art, one made by AI and one made by an artist? Intention. So I like to think that I'm still interested in knowing what is the intention behind the art. Yes, if the things looks the same or sound the same, you might say, well, then there's no difference. I think as human beings, right now, we have the only one power, that is knowing the intention of the artist, and also put our intention in what we want to consume, in what we want to like and what we want to not even check. If you give me anything made by AI right now, yeah, it could be fun, it could be interesting, but I won't lose time in reading a book made by robots. Well, maybe robots, yes, AI is still. I wouldn't lose time listening to an album made by AI. And why? Because our time is limited. We don't have time to cover everything we want in life, reading everything we want, listening to everything we want. So the only things we can use, the only power we have, is set our intention in how we consume stuff. So yeah, I'm guilty of doom scrolling every day, but when it's about art, when it's about watching things, listening things, reading things, I have to say that I need to know what was the intention of the artist, and I like to feel that kind of connection. I put my intention on connecting on the intention of the artist. I'm not gonna repeat that word anymore. So, I think if you're so honest with yourself and so honest with intentions, you will set yourself free. There's a moment in my career when I realize, okay, if I keep working in this way, I won't ever make a lot of cash. The moment that I accept that, and I know that if I keep doing this, at least I will feel comfortable with myself, happy with what I'm doing, and connect with a lot of people, then I'll be free. I'll be free from expectation, from what other people want me to do, from what society wants me to do. So I decided that I only need what Flaubert and Wilde disregard. I only need good intention every day. I need to wake up and set some good intention for my day and go with it, as simple as it is. And the more simple, the easier my life is. Could be really, I wanna check the performer and see how it sounds. So since we are here, let's just record again and listen to what I was doing before. So, performer is the most basic of the synth, right? And I decided, why can I not create some weird sine noise? And I did that because I was watching a tutorial made by Frap Tools about Ryoji Ikeda. And I said, I can do it with the Vermona. No, I didn't do that exactly, but this kind of sound, I never thought I would get it from it. And now I learn how to do it with the G, with how I set up the attack. Then this kind of sound, and then this kind of sound. And let me play the sequence. So I never use the square, and now I put the pulse width. And this was already a sound that I wouldn't expect from the Vermona. And then let's add sine, and then the bass. Now I'm using the noise, which I never use. So again, waking up wanting to change the way I'm using these, inspired by something, some other artist that published something, got me to this point, which I really like. And it's something that gives me happiness and some relief. So, that's it. I hope this kind of free flow thought could have been interested to you. Please share your intention. Let me know in the comment what you think, how you set your intention when you create art. I'm really curious. I'll see you next week.